Hi, everyone. I started at St. Andrew over 5 years ago, and it has been quite the journey. Looking back at all my wonderful memories, I also think back about how I ended up here. And I kind of laugh because I was applying for smaller churches that I thought I'd have a shot at. And each one of them turned me down. But St. Andrew, this big mega church with all the opportunities in the world, gave me a shot. And I am really thankful for St. Andrew and for each and every one of you for the impact that you made in my life over these past 5 years. It truly has been such a blessing being here, and I am thankful for every minute. With that being said, I'm going to kind of look at a different topic, though, and look about calls and how I felt called to St. Andrew a few years ago and kind of where I'm feeling called now. And this all started when I was about 7 years old, and a pastor at my church came over to me and said, "Hey, you should think about ministry." And it kind of always stuck with me. And when I reached college, it was really time for me to start pursuing it. And it was wonderful, and I really enjoyed every minute of it. But when I was in college, I also realized that it is important to never just be sold on the one voice, and to keep your ears open for all these different things that God is calling you to do. And when I was in college, there was a really impactful moment for me when my sister called me. And I was asleep. I had a conference the next morning, and I did not want to answer the phone call because it was 3 a.m. But something inside me told me to answer the call. And I did, and it ended up saving my sister's life. And it was that moment I realized that we always have to be willing to answer the call that God has for us. And that's why I'm looking at pursuing a new adventure. And I'm looking at police work and hoping for that to work out. But at the end of the day, I will never just be sold on one idea. And I encourage you to always be listening to God's call for you, to be listening to what He is saying and what He is trying to push you towards, and to never be, hard-headed, stubborn like I most of the time am, but to really just keep praying and keep searching for God's call for you. And I want to read one quick Bible verse. It is in 1 Kings 19, verses 11. And it was Elijah talking to God. He said, "Go out and stand on the top of the mountain before the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Now there was a great wind, so strong that it was splitting mountains and breaking rocks into pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, the sound of sheer silence. God may not always be speaking to you in the loudest voice, but He always is speaking to you, and it's up to us to go out there and listen for His call. And if you do this, I know that you will hear it and hear where God is kind of pushing you to be. So I want to thank you again for all the years and wish you God's blessings on all your upcoming endeavors. And I just really have enjoyed working here, and thank you all so much for being a part of my life, and I wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you.